Kaliningrad, which was originally called Königsberg and belonged to Germany, is a Russian exclave on the Baltic Sea. Both the district and the capital are referred to as Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad is the westernmost region of Russia, has a population of just under 1 million people and, with an area of 15,000 square kilometers, is slightly smaller than Schleswig-Holstein. It is separated from Russia by around 300 kilometers and borders Lithuania, Poland, and the Baltic Sea. But why does Russia own this piece of land, and why did it originally belong to Germany? The city was founded in 1255 as Königsberg by the Teutonic Order. A brief reminder, the Teutonic Order was founded during the Crusades and later settled in the Baltic region, particularly in the Baltic states, where it founded its own Teutonic Order state. At that time, a castle was built in honor of the King of Bohemia, and a town eventually grew up around the fortress. Königsberg also joined the Hanseatic League in 1340, the largest economic association in the Baltic region at the time, and even became the residence of the Grand Master of the Teutonic Order in the middle of the 15th century, effectively becoming its capital. In 1525, the Duchy of Prussia was created from part of the Teutonic Order, of which Königsberg also became the capital. Due to the rise of Prussia in the following centuries, Königsberg also became more and more important, which is why the city continued to grow and many buildings and universities were built. One of the city's most famous professors was the philosopher Immanuel Kant. He spent his entire life in the city, taught there, and also died there in 1804. When the German Empire was finally founded under the leadership of Prussia, Königsberg became the most important naval base in the Baltic Sea alongside Kiel. Although the city successfully defended itself against Russia during the First World War, the Treaty of Versailles separated the territory of East Prussia from the German Empire. In addition to the burdens of the war, this drastically worsened the economic situation of the region. Even East Prussia was not spared anti-Semitic terror after Hitler's seizure of power, and the number of Jews had already halved by 1939. During the Second World War, Königsberg was initially spared from attack for a long time, but was hit particularly hard later on. The city was almost completely destroyed by British air raids and the siege by the Red Army. After the end of the war, the Potsdam Agreement stipulated that the region of East Prussia had to be ceded completely by Germany, and it was eventually divided up between Poland and the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union secured the northern part with the capital Königsberg, which was then renamed Kaliningrad. The entire German population was then almost completely expelled and resettled in West and East Germany, and the city remained closed to foreigners until 1991. In return, hundreds of thousands of settlers from the Soviet Union were recruited to settle there and rebuild the city. The city was only reopened after the collapse of the Soviet Union. It later became known that Kaliningrad had also played a role in German reunification and that the Soviet side considered itself open to negotiations. However, the offer was rejected by Germany, as reunification with East Germany was already a huge task, and they did not want to further anger France and Great Britain, who feared that reunification would increase their power too much. It must also be said that Kaliningrad changed considerably under Soviet rule, and that ethnically only a tiny proportion of the population, around 0.4%, is German. Today, 87.4% of the population is Russian, 4% Ukrainian, and 3.8% Belarusian. Now that Poland and Lithuania have both joined the EU and NATO, the region is completely surrounded by these organizations. Russia set up a special economic zone in the region in the 1990s, which was supposed to bring an economic boom similar to that of Hong Kong and China. However, the plan did not work out, and investment continued to fail to materialize. Militarily, however, it regained importance, especially under Putin, due to its strategic location. It is the only Russian port that is ice-free all year round and is therefore home to Russia's Baltic Fleet in the port of Baltiisk. In addition, major military exercises and nuclear weapons tests are repeatedly carried out there. What do you think about Kaliningrad and its future development? Please let us know in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel now so you don't miss any more in the future. If you want to support us further, you can become a channel member. Thanks for watching.